Anchors off. Okay. Got him? Yep. Okay, when you're ready, shoot him in the middle of that chest there.
That was a hit.
Yeah. That was a hit, alright.
And if it hit him, it corded right through him.
We're just going to sit here for a minute. Fucking SSTs of doom!
Good job, mate.
Fucking nice one, brother.
You crushed it. You crushed it. That was the one, too.
Yeah.
That was the one.
It was meant to happen.
Meant to happen.
It was meant to happen.
And we're done here. That's DUNN down in the South Island of New Zealand. We're going to sight in this rifle, 7mm mag. I think we're going to sight her in at 330 yards. Hunting for red stag. It's a beautiful creek down here. Maybe do some fishing. And try not to get the video in the way. It's a cattle farm, sheep farm. Got some beautiful stags this year, and that's what we're after.
Yeah, so I guess it all started here right back in 1871 when the Otago Acclimatisation Society imported actually a number of red deer from Scotland, but 6 of them were liberated right on this ridge here behind us, which at the time was part of Morgan Hill Station, and there were subsequent releases over the following years, but those 6 animals were the founding animals of the herd. They had a bit of a roller coaster of a history. To begin with, they were allowed to breed until the population was at a density that trophies could be hunted, and that ran under a tag and license system for a number of years, not unlike what you have in the States, and was reasonably successful. What sort of got in the way of the mix was our mountains and terrain here, and no predation. So with no predation, the numbers eventually ended up exploding, and with our tough terrain, backcountry, massive river valleys, bushclad, mountainsides, the society basically couldn't keep on top of the numbers, and they basically ate themselves out of house and home, and the trophy quality fell away. So through the 20s and 30s, these red deer produced, and even a little bit earlier, produced some of the best red deer trophies in the world, while they were in balance with their environment, I guess. Once they became out of balance, trophies declined, and they were never really brought under control until a local Wanaka man by the name of Sir Tim Wallace worked out that you could shoot deer out of a helicopter and recover the meat, and that happened in the mid to late 60s. And then basically we went the other way without any management at all. We just about shot out all the red deer. So there was a period there through the 80s, early 90s, where an average Kiwi hunter really struggled to see a red deer. So that helicopter venison recovery continues on public land today. So it's very difficult to get a high quality red stag trophy on public land. So that's the unique point of difference about what we're doing here, is that we're letting the animals get old, we're letting the stags mature, and we're only harvesting a certain number every season, so we know that we've got good stags coming through each year, and we know that there's still a number of mature stags left out there in the mountains within our area at the end of each season. So we're lucky with the good genetic base of this herd. They have a beautiful sweeping style of antler that comes out in sort of back tines pointing in like this. They generally carry their bay tines or G2s, second tines, which is a strong trait of the herd and a deficiency in some herds. So yeah, we've got the genetic base, we've got a pristine environment, and we're able to let our stags get old. So that's the three factors that we need for success, really.
I mean,
yeah, sure. So obviously we have a large resident hind population. We're shooting a certain number of those hinds every season. I'm not going to go into exact details there, but it's in the hundreds to keep the herd again in balance with its environment. There's 15,000 sheep on this property as well that also take preference. So the deer, you know, although they're wild, and they're genuinely wild, as you've seen, if you mark it up, they run away and make you look silly. They're almost a part of the farming system here. You know, they have a value, and we've created that value, pushing that old historic Otago herd, and reintroduce people really to free-range red stag trophies and what they look like, what they should look like. And that's not 450 inches of state stag, and don't get me wrong, we do that too, but you know, a good wild free range shed from sort of 12 to 16, 18 points, yeah, sort of aiming for a beam length of around 40 inches is that old traditional benchmark. Yeah, so just managing hind numbers. Again, we're lucky with the genetic base. There's very few poorer stags. There are some, trying to take them out and letting the stags that we have get old.
and what's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you to come on out here and see it?
Yeah, sure, Matt. Well, obviously we have our website. Our business is Lake Hawea Hunting Safaris. We directly market at most of the major hunting shows in the US each year. Social media, yeah, I think Google Chris McCarthy or Lake Hawea Safaris and you'll find us.
Good, and I'll put a link in the bottom. But it's been just yeah, way better than I expected, and so I'm really grateful to have been here. Thank you.
Yeah, well, cheers, Matt. Well, I think you know that's what you were looking for, an authentic experience, and I think you've seen that, and with the other hunters here, as you've seen across a couple of hunt groups now, that the time that they're having as well. So, yeah, awesome.
Cheers. Thank you.
So it's the first morning with Ethan, and we saw a bunch of really nice stags. Beautiful area. There's like a rainbow out there. I mean, it's gorgeous. And Stella's doing a good job too, crushing it. So far, so good. We might take a hike this afternoon.
Sweet.
It'll look real good on the last day. Alright, Ethan, before we get too far in, what's the plan? Day 2.
We're just gonna go have a look at some stags, mate.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna head down and just have a look and see what's around. It's the first time we've been here together, so I'll show you a few new stags. See what you reckon.
Man. Alright, so we got big tops, which is the target stag.
Yeah.
And we've got to get over there. So the wind's coming down. When the sun comes up, is it going to reverse course or no?
No, because the sun's not going to come out properly. See, it's overcast.
Yeah.
The sun's not going to come out and do what it needs to do, so
So we're going to work up and around above
have
it.
to come out that way and around. But he's starting to move sideways into that side now. What is your Goldie? If you see him, are you seeing him? Can you have a look at Goldie?
Yeah, have a look at
Have a
Goldie.
look, mate. Have a look. You're right, not to.
That's a first class. Super first, huh? Is he on the do not shoot list? So Russell, you're gonna stay up here and spot,
Yeah.
and we're gonna work that gully or the spur up.
Work up that spur and then we might be able to drop into the next one and shoot up. We'll just see.
Okay.
We'll give it a try anyway. Worst come. So one's looking changed.
600 yards. Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. No, we don't want to shoot up there though. It's pretty far away. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just be patient. It's alright. We'll see him.
Alright, so we started across that valley, ran down, ran up into this clump of trees. We gotta go up here.
dropped in on a massive stalk, and he's just given us the slip by probably about 10 knots. Got close to Goldie. Unfortunately, can't shoot Goldie because you'll be in big trouble. And now the sort of clouds starting to roll in, so we might head down and have a go at him this evening, but hopefully that he comes out on the other face. So yeah,
It was a nice little walk.
nice walk.
Yeah, that's a bigger stag.
Yeah, get on that rifle.
Okay.
It's not him. No, that's Big Dick.
They've been playing together all day.
Fuck, haven't they? Bastards. Yeah, so that's Big Dick, so who knows what might happen here, but notice how that other stag shut up. is off, okay? Got him?
Yep.
Okay, when you're ready, shoot him in the middle of their chest there.
That was a hit.
Yeah. That was a hit, alright.
And if it hit him, it quartered right through him.
We're just going to sit here for a minute. Fucking SSTs of doom!
Good job, mate.
Fucking nice one, brother.
You crushed it. You crushed it. That was the one, too.
Yeah.
That was the one.
It was meant to happen.
Meant to happen.
It was meant to happen.
Well, he went into that Manicari, but we saw him just beforehand, looked pretty stone dead.
Yeah, copy. We're just going to give it another 5 minutes and then yeah, we'll head over there. That'll be handy.
Sweet, I'll stay here.
Thanks, mate. You're a great guy.
Yeah, I like to take a compass reading and yardage, but with those guys up there, I feel really good about it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the recap, Ethan? This might be the finale.
Oh yeah, so we've finished what we started. Good mission yesterday. Didn't quite catch up with him. He sort of beat us on that turn, but we've caught up with him today. So
And we
sounds like
caught
he's a pretty dead deer.
up with him right here instead of
Yeah.
up there, which is it was really nice
Pretty
this
far,
morning.
eh?
Oh, I didn't take my puffy off either, man. I'm sweating bullets.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah. Good.
All right, so he's down. Big tops. It's what we were looking for, right? What I was being a little picky about. And yeah, just like awesome brows, such a cool shape, comes in, tops are really nice. And the fact that we could spot him from that cliff and come down here versus spotting him from that cliff and going up here and up there made it all the sweeter this morning. It was raining. Very low confidence this morning for me. You were probably better than I was. I heard that rain this morning. I thought, yeah, walking down with a group of hinds.
Stag up there already.
A nice one?
Yeah.
Goldie?
Young one. Young fella.
What do you think? Up on that ridge is where we shot that bluff, right?
So I think where that sort of
Ah, yeah.
spur comes down, I think we shot him from there. Yeah, it's about 350, is it?
That's about it.
Yeah. Alright, so Matt. Happy man, eh?
I'm a happy man. I was a picky man. I came to New Zealand. I said, I don't want any cage stags. I don't want any farm stags. I want the natural stags. And it's 50,000 acres out here. And I said, I wanted to walk. I want to walk a lot. And they said, we got the guide for you. And there was Ethan at the airport in jeans and cowboy boots, ready to rock and roll. And I think by the third day, is this the third day?
Yeah, third day.
After walking, I don't know, a couple thousand feet elevation yesterday, up that mountain, down that mountain,
Up there.
up this mountain, down this mountain,
Yeah.
up another range, passing really good stags.
Yeah.
He said, "You're crazy," but he stuck with me, and I really appreciate it. This is an animal of a lifetime. This is a trip of a lifetime, and when they say free range, I mean, this is a wild stag.
Yeah. Oh, he's a whopper, isn't he?
He's solid. Look at the tops.
The bladed tops are awesome, eh?
Just
Brow
amazing.
tines.
Great brows. Just a really solid bull. And to watch him just get rocked around up there on the cliff and
Yeah.
just like
Got smashed
these
yesterday.
animals are living good lives. They're living like they should.
Yeah.
So it was a good hunt. Thank you, Ethan, and I really appreciate it, man.
No, good as gold. I enjoyed it. Good solid hunt.
Solid hunt.
So yeah. Fair bit of walking.
A little bit of walking. Now
we-
we can go fishing.
we earned it.
I'm really excited about fishing.
man, beautiful.
I just want this part of the video, then you guys can carry it the rest of the way.
It's very American of you.
Up, up and away.
Now less noise. Now more noise. Ethan was giving me a lot of instructions.
Come on, man. Come on. Do it. Wow, look at him.
Feels good.
Here comes the A-team. What a combination these two are, eh? Amazing.
Full send.
Full set. Definitely full set.
Stop the video so I can take a nap.
Yeah, I've stopped it.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
Feels good. It smells good.
Wow, yeah.
That's the smell of victory.
Nice.
I love the smell after you fire. It's like, smells like a dead deer, isn't it?
You sure I unloaded that?
You know what?
You should check it.
I checked it before we started walking.
That's, you know me really well. It's very good.
These two just don't stop.
It's like a good Scottish hunt. He's carrying my rifle. It's perfect.
Mission.
Almost there.
Look at these tops.
Last push. Last push. Push. Push it.
There's the buggy just in the background.
All right, we can walk to the buggy.
Yeah, it was sweet.
You just walk the uphill for me. I saw those legs. I knew they'd be carrying me in one.